about to start up and begin any moment.
What a performance from Harden here. He has 18 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those three-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect.
And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
The shot blocking pair of Davis and Asik inside. Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. That's the Pelicans 5. And stolen by Gordon. And here we go with Davis heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple. And you know, guys, Eric Gordon was an unbelievable three-point shooter last season. 45% from behind the arc. The first time he's been over 40% in his career.
Here's Evans. No good from outside.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
And there's Howard. That's good on the assist by Ariza. And it's 8 points for Howard. You know, we were talking about Eric Gordon. He's always had great range, but not always the great shot selection.
You know, and that's a great point because, you know, we see now that he's starting to mature, starting to value every possession. And that's good news for the rest of that team.
G's checked in for New Orleans. And Asik kicks to G. Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Davis. Davis has got 9.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Here's G. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Gordon with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Gordon dishes to Holiday. He feeds it to Asik. Back to Holiday. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
Gordon kicks to Holiday. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible. And looking at Jrue Holiday, there's one thing he could do to really improve his game. Something that would, for the first time in a full season, help get his field goal percentage up over 45%. And that's just to get to the rim more often. Attack off the dribble.
So for the Pelicans, Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Asik. Anderson comes in for Gordon. And Cole subbed in for Jrue Holiday.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down. And that's good stuff from him. Nice touch.
On the topic of Holiday, there's one stat that proves that he hasn't been going to the basket. He is averaging, Clark, less than 2 free throw attempts a game.
Yeah, his direct competitors are getting to the line. Guys like Lillard and Steph Curry shoot more than double the free throw. That's one reason why through last season they'd won a lot more games than Holiday. Before getting dinged up, Brian Anderson was rolling. I mean, over the first few seasons of his career, improved in efficiency in all areas. Then he had the back injury, and last season his shooting percentages really went south.
46 seconds left in the third. Harden draws the double. Ariza has the open look. And the 3 off target. Pelicans trail by 6. And it's Perkins with the jam.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
That's good. And that's 12 points for Howard.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
The Pelicans have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
You know, it's been a bad day for them at the line today as a whole, and far too often, that's the case for this team.
Here is Harden. 18 points for him. Seconds left. Misses at the rim.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of...
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Houston on top, leading by 5. New Orleans back in a moment. All right, the 4th quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. 4th quarter on the court for the Rockets. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Howard. And it's Capella in the 4-man position. Pelicans trail by 5. Holiday goes in. Dishes it to Perkins. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Kendrick Perkins at this point in his career really more of an enforcer than anything. Last season was statistically his worst since his rookie year. Played for a couple of different, actually was part of 3 different teams and ended up in Cleveland after beginning in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and you know, at this stage, what he gives you now, he's really a space eater down low. Still a terrific screener in the pick and roll or in terms of executing of the offense. And when the game gets physical, that tends to lead to him finding a way to make an impact.
Enforcer's a good term to
I like
use.
that
Yeah,
one,
I do too.
I like that one.
Holiday, the pass to Anderson. Shot clock at 6. That's good from Holiday on the assist by Eric Gordon. Holiday's got the game tied up here for the Pelicans. Ariza goes in. That's good.
And, you know, going back to Kendrick Perkins, I mean, he just looks like a guy you wouldn't want to mess with. On top of that, he acts like a guy you wouldn't want to mess with. One of the toughest competitors in the league, and he's got a scowl to match.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And we were talking about Perkins. He's always been willing to do the dirty work. When the Celtics traded him a few years back for Jeff Green, they immediately struggled to outwork and out-hustle opponents. That was one of the few trades that I think Danny Ainge would like to have back.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Alvin Gentry had some words for his team over that last break. The message, stick with it. He said the game is right there, fellas, right there for the taking. But we've got to play with purpose and precision. Kevin, can they get it done?
To take the lead. Asik, no good. The 3 from Harden. The offensive rebound. Can't get it to go.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-over. You got to finish the job.
And it's Evans missing.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
He did not seem happy about how things are going on right now and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Harden, that's good.
And that's another three. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
It's deflected. Stolen by Evans. The drive by Gordon. And good on the basket. Book it.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Harden against Gordon. Harden kicks to Capella. Beverly wide open. No good on the 3. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the 4th quarter. They recover it. They retain possession. Holiday, no one around him. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
Harden dishes to Howard. It's Harden with the drive. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
52 seconds left in the game. Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
6 on the shot clock. Evans goes in. Kicks it to Davis. Worked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
From deep, Harden. It's good from beyond the arc.
This is exactly what happens when you allow James Harden to heat up.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. And stolen by Howard. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they got to try to manage it.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're up by 1. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. It's the first that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're losing by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
And you know what? You got a couple options here. You can take the 3 to tie it or get the quick 2 and then a foul.
And, you know, if it opens up for them inside, the quick 2 would be the way I would lean, Greg. But the foul has to come immediately after that.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're down by 3. 1 second left in the 4th. Guys, what do you think?
They need a 3 here, so they need to make sure they sub in all of their best shooters because with under 2 seconds remaining, you have to catch and shoot it quickly.
Gordon for the tie. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W.